Okay, this is just going to be a quick review of the homework, and so that you do this if you're stuck, or if you need to check yourself so that you can move on into the next activity. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my 30s. I'm going to draw those here, and remember we want a y-axis right through the middle and an x-axis through the middle as well. A 30-degree angle is not very big, so we're going to draw a small angle, bring it down to the x-axis where there's a right angle. As a reminder, in any of these triangles, if there is a small side, it is 1/2. If there is a big side, it is square root of 3 over 2, and if there is a middle size, that's square root of 2 over 2. But remember, mid-size sides are reserved only for the 45-degree triangles. Okay? So don't put any square root of 2 over 2's in your 30s or your 60s. Only the 45s have a mid-size side. So remember, all of our hypotenuses are 1. So I can clearly see a short side here, and I'm going to label it as 1/2. And I can see a long side here that I'm going to label as square root of 3 over 2. That's my 30-degree triangle. I'm going to go over here into the next quadrant, draw another 30. I'm going to go ahead and extend it down here. Many of you have seen me do this before, but if you haven't, that's okay. We can just do the same thing. One over here as well. Okay, and so all of our hypotenuses are 1. All of our long sides are square root of 3 over 2, but this long side, if you notice, goes to the left. So we're going to put it negative square root of 3 over 2. Then we have a short side going up, which will be positive 1/2. A short side going down, which will be negative 1/2. And then the only side we're missing is over here. It's a short side and it's going down, so that'll be negative 1/2. Now we're just going to finish putting the angles on. If you remember, going halfway around the circle would be 180 degrees. So we just stopped 30 degrees before we got to 180. That's a little 30-degree angle right here. And so if it's 30 degrees before we get to 180, that will be 150. And then we also go 30 degrees past 180 to get us to 10. And then if we go all the way around the circle, it'd be 360. This is both 0 degrees and 360 degrees. And so if we stop 30 degrees before we get to 360, that is 330. So those are all of our angles in degrees. Let's also get our angles in radians. If you remember, and if you don't, that's okay too. 180 degrees is the same as pi radians. So 30 degrees, how many 30s do you need to make 180 degrees? We need 6 of them. So that means 30 is the same as pi over 6. From there, we're just going to go ahead and get the rest of the angles. So now we can ask ourselves, how many 30s do we need to make 150? If we think about it, 30 times what would be 150? It's 5. 30 times 5 would be 150. So I need 5 of these pi over 6's. So that's why it's 5 pi over 6. How many 30s do you need to make 210? I need 7. So that's 7 pi over 6's. How many 30s do you need to make 330? Think about it for a second. Hopefully you see that it is 11. And so we need 11 pi over 6's to get to 330. So that's our 30s fully labeled here. I'm going to go down here. Well, sorry, look at it for just a second and pause the video if you need to make sure you've got it down. Then I'm going to go down here into the 60s. Okay, in the 60s, I'm a little bit off there. I'll just label it up top here. We're going to do the 60s. I'm going to get my y-axis and my x-axis. 60s, remember, are big angles. 60s are going to create a long side and a short side, but again, it's going to create it in a different direction than the 30s. Remember to draw butterflies, not hourglasses. Sometimes people draw their circle like this, and they put their good 60-degree angle, but then they go over and make right angles with the y-axis instead of the x-axis. See how that looks like an hourglass? Don't make any hourglasses. We don't want to use those. We want to have things that look more like the butterflies over here. All right, I got 4 hypotenuses. They're all 1. I see my short side here is 1/2, both for the top triangle and the bottom triangle. I have a short side over here, and it's going to the left, so that's negative 1/2. I have a long side up here, so that's going to be square root of 3 over 2. A long side going up over here is also positive square root of 3 over 2. Down here it goes down, so negative square root of 3 over 2. It's still a long side. And then over here, another side is also going down, but it's long, so negative square root of 3 over 2. So we have all of our sides labeled now. This is 60 degrees. I mean, technically this is 60 degrees down here, but we label it up there so that it doesn't get too crowded in our triangles. Same idea as before. If this is 180 degrees and we stopped 60 degrees before we got there, that means we've made 120 degrees. Then we go 60 degrees past 180, and that makes 240 degrees. And then we stop 60 degrees before we get all the way around. All the way around is 360, so we're going to stop 60 degrees before that, and we're just going to make it 300. Got all of our angles labeled. Now just a reminder to put them in radians as well. Remember, 180 is pi. How many 60s do we need to make 180? We need 3 of them, and that's what makes 60 degrees, pi over 3. From there, we will just go everything based on our 60s. So how many 60s do we need to make 120? We need 2. So that's why this is 2 pi over 3. How many 60s do we need to make 240? We need 4. So it is 4 pi over 3s. And how many 60s do we need to make 300? We need 5. So that's why it's 5 pi over 3. All right, we're good there with our 60s. Let's go up to our 45s. I'm going to draw a little line in between here so we can keep them separate. And a line down here to keep them separate. Let's go on into our 45s. Okay, with our 45s, same idea. We want to have our y-axis, x-axis. But in the 45s, there's no shorts or longs. Everything is the same size. 45 is exactly halfway between 90 and 0. So we want to try to really draw a good halfway triangle here. Reminder to do butterflies, not hourglasses, so make sure the 90-degree angle is with the x-axis, not the y-axis. All of our hypotenuses are still 1, but then this is the 45, so there's no short, there's no long, there's no small, there's no big. It's just all of the sides are mid-size. They're all square root of 2 over 2. Just make sure that if we go to the left, we need negative square root of 2 over 2. If we go up, we need positive square over 2 over 2. If we go down, that's a negative square root of 2 over 2. This is also negative square root of 2 over 2. Okay, the first angle is 45. Then if we're going to stop 45 degrees before 180, we get 135. If we're going to go 45 degrees past 180, that'll be 225. And if we're going to go 45 degrees before we get to 360, that will be 315. Okay, now we just got to put them in radians. How many 45s do we need to make 180 degrees? Well, 2 45s makes 90, so 2 more would make pi, would make 180, which is pi. So 45 is really a fourth of pi, pi over 4. Then I'm going to try to move these if I can. My little lasso tool. There. Didn't work as well as I was hoping. I'm going to try one more time. Okay, I'll put these up here. All right, so 135. How many 45s do I need to make 135? Well, 2 45s puts me at 90, so a third 45 puts me here. So I need 3 of those pi over 4s. Then I like the pi over 4s with 45 because they're all just the odd numbers. So it was 1 pi over 4, 2 pi over 4 would be here at 90, but we don't need it in this triangle. 3 pi over 4, 4 pi over 4 would be at pi because it's a whole pi. Then we go down here to 5 pi over 4. 6 pi over 4 would be here, and 7 pi over 4 is right there. Get rid of the hourglass visual. 7 pi over 4 is right there. Great. So we've got 4 of our triangles labeled. Now we just need to finish the last one, which is the 90s. So the 90s, remember, are maybe the trickiest for some of us because in the 90s there's actually no real triangle, because I'll show you a diagram in just a second once I get these drawn. And so for the 90s, we really just have to draw the idea of, to write the names. How big is the adjacent, how big is the opposite, and how big is the hypotenuse here at 0 degrees, also known as 0 pi. So let's get ready for that. Let's look at this cool diagram I got from Math is Fun. So if you haven't been there, go check it out. So what we can do is watch that opposite side. The opposite side is green here. And so as the angle gets smaller and smaller, can you see that opposite side disappearing? It's gone. Once I get to 0 degrees, the opposite side has disappeared. And so that means at 0 degrees, the opposite side is 0. The hypotenuse is always 1 in all of these. And then if you can also see this here, watch the adjacent side this time, the blue side. As the angle gets smaller and smaller, see how the adjacent side is growing and growing and growing until the adjacent and the hypotenuse are basically right on top of each other. So the adjacent side here is 1. Now we're going to go up. When we go up to 90 degrees, the angle is getting bigger and bigger. Watch what's happening to that opposite side. That opposite side is growing and growing and growing and growing. So see how the opposite side got bigger and bigger and bigger until the opposite side is right on top of the hypotenuse? So that means that up here, I'm going to have to make some space, see if I can do that. Hopefully I can. That up here, with our adjacent, opposite, and hypotenuse, reminder, hypotenuse is always 1. We just saw that the opposite side was also 1. It was sitting right on top of the hypotenuse. The opposite side is green. Remember, it grew until it's sitting right on top of the hypotenuse. So opposite side is still 1. And it's the adjacent side, if you watch the blue side this time, the blue side, as the angle gets bigger, that blue adjacent side gets smaller and smaller and smaller until the adjacent side is all gone. So the adjacent side here is 0. All right, now let's, that's 90 degrees. So I need to shrink this just a little bit. And so I can fit the name of the angle in here. The name of the angle is 90. It's also pi over 2. All right, over here at pi, also known as 180. I'm running out of time on the video, so I just got to kind of hurry here for us. The adjacent side, opposite side, hypotenuse. Adjacent is going to be -1 over here, opposite 0, and hypotenuse 1. Hopefully you can kind of see that in this visual. Watch the blue side. See how as the angle gets closer to 180, the blue side gets longer and longer until it's sitting on top of the hypotenuse. But the adjacent side went to the left. That's what makes it negative. And so over at pi, also known as 180, not pi over 180, just pi, which is also known as 180. They're the same thing. The adjacent's -1, the opposite is 0, hypotenuse is 1. Down here, we're running out of time, so just write 3 pi over 2. Down here, the opposite, or sorry, adjacent, -1, no, sorry, adjacent 0, opposite, -1, hypotenuse is equal to 1, and this is 3 pi over 2. Out of time.